It is 5:30 in the morning and I'm getting ready to go train. But before I do, I will show you what my typical breakfast is every morning before I go exercise. I oftentimes get asked, what do you eat for breakfast, Dr. Laleh? And today I'm going to share with you my typical breakfast. So here I have some chopped beet greens or beet leaves, which most people throw out, by the way, some mushrooms, and some sliced zucchini. Here are some chopped green onions and chives. And in here I have some basil. My spices, only a few of them are pink Himalayan sea salt, paprika, coriander, turmeric, and caraway powder. And then, of course, crushed black pepper. And I use organic pasture-raised pure egg whites most of the time, and sometimes I add some eggs to it as well. I use a green pan, which is a ceramic pan with no harmful chemicals and PFAS and PFOAs and Teflon, and preheated on medium-low. And I always use, most of the time, use the olive oil that I have put into this glass spray jar so that it easily sprays into my pan. Kind of like this. That way it helps you measure and also not waste oil, and really nicely coat your pan before you start cooking. Once the oil is a little bit heated, then I put, the first things I put in normally is mushrooms, and if I have doing zucchini, the zucchinis, because they're a little bit more watery, so I let the water kind of evaporate a little bit first before I add the other things. Plus, the other things today are leaves for the most part, and they cook really quickly. One important thing you should notice is that there's hardly any plastic in here. I use a bamboo cutting board, bamboo or wood spatulas such as these. All of my containers are glass, where I store things in the refrigerator, as well as all the spices and herbs. After all the vegetables are sort of sauteed, I literally pour the egg whites over it, add all of my spices on top, which you can see here, and I top it off with some chopped basil in this case. Sometimes I also like to add some non-dairy shredded cheese, mozzarella cheese. The BioLife is one of my favorite ones. It's made with lentil proteins and coconut and B12 and things like that. It's really a good, nice non-dairy cheese that melts really, really easy on things like that. And then I cover it and let it cook. Here it is, everything together with the cheese melting on top. This is not fully cooked. I let it cook a little bit on very, very low heat. Cover it. It cooks better, keeps the heat in, and melts the cheese really right through. And in a few minutes, it'll be ready. My breakfast is finished cooking, and I serve it on a plate with some sliced avocados. And this is typically my breakfast. Now, the vegetables may vary depending on what I have in the garden. By the way, most of the vegetables were from the garden, with the exception of mushrooms, I believe. And, what's available. And literally, there's no vegetable I wouldn't put in an omelet. So here you have it. I'm ready to eat, and this is absolutely delicious.